contain elements from the entire history of Green Day, or just Dookie, an idiot? Does this album live up to the hype? Answered in this Saviors album review. The American Dream is Killing Me kicks off the Saviors era and wakes Billy Joe Armstrong up in October. Green Day rightly resurrected this song idea as an anthemic "Green Day are back" chant, and it works. It's a fun song to sing along to, except that one line. You know what I'm talking about. Some Green Day lyrics are not okay to sing along to. Do not get cracked up into the wild. Just get teary-eyed with this song that doesn't really sound like American Idiot, doesn't really sound like Dookie. You know what has no brains and gets spun around 50 times a day in this house? That's right. Look Ma No Brains. I keep telling my son to say this title to his mom as a joke, but he won't do it. You can feel the electricity zapping out of the music here, and I'm not sure how Jilly Bo Leg Week does that, but this song is more profound than dumb fun to me. It's political, it's idiotic, it's neither, and it's got trilogy vibes and trilogy rules. Booby Socks. That's not how you say that, I'm well aware. Booby Socks is the She's a Rebel of Saviors. It's a glimmer of hope in the wasteland of evil people, evil deeds, and sadness and death. This album is about death. The lyrics are 100% Ramones. The music is Weezer, and the vocals, yeah, Billy Goes Chester. Did you crawl into the sewers downloading 27 viruses to hear One-Eyed Bastard, or whatever you want to call it, forcing Green Day to release it as a quasi-single? You did, didn't you? Shame on you! Shame on us! One-Eyed Bastard has a wall of tattooed guitars, jangling keys, and an instant classic bada bing, bada boom chant. And this is fresh territory for Green Day. Co-written by Alicia Beth Moorhart, Beth Hart, Alicia Pink, Heartman dude. Actually, it's not written by her. Next up is Dilemma, a contender for best single so far. Maybe best song. Almost. Laughing, crying, rocking out, soul-searching, the heavy tattooed guitars continue and are put to better use here on self-reflection rather than revenge. The formula for Saviors seems to be coalescing. Big crunchy guitars in conjunction with the better lyrical aspects of Uno and Trey of the trilogy. Even Father of All. If the guitars are cranked up and Mike and Trey are sweating a little bit trying to keep up with the mad singing guitar player, Jilly Bo Leg Week, this is where Green Day not only succeed, but gut punch the earth. This ain't Dookie. This is better. 1981 is the Lisa to Look Ma No Brains Bart. Well, maybe the Maggie. We'll say it's the Maggie to Look Ma No Brains Bart. Mega basic, chugga chugga dumb, with lyrics that kind of put acid rain on my baldness. It's fun, but I don't gain a lot by hearing it. Green Day honor their 90s rock brethren, the Foo Fighters, in the backing vocals. And while probably not intentional, did you know that Billy hasn't ever heard The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance? Pretty cool, pretty cool. The Stranger Side of the record, that's this part of the album review. The Stranger Side is not side B, but the songs we haven't heard yet as a whole. Goodnight Adeline is the first slower song on the mellow spectrum. There's a lot of tiny bits of Nirvana on this record, and this is where they make their first appearance. It's a sad song reminiscent of What's Her Name. Track 7s are usually slow songs. They're tasty, they're fancy. Next up we got Coma City and Corvette Summer. And they feel like two sides of the same song. Both are mid-tempo yet anthemic in their own way. And Coma City, it feels more like a Billy Joe Armstrong solo song. I'm trying to pinpoint exactly what song on No Fun Mondays it sounds like, but it sounds like something off of No Fun Mondays. It very much sounds like a Billy Joe song instead of a Green Day song. And that's a very fine line, because I know that Billy Joe is Green Day and Green Day is Billy Joe. But there's just something about Coma City that just does not feel like Green Day. Both address the decline of Western civilization while also sipping on your lemonade and cruising around in a Corvette. Coma City does it better in Darkness, and Corvette Summer, a Beach Boys kind of bop, is pretty good, but clearly the worst song on the record, as it has fun in the daylight, and it's just not much there. Hey Billy, I'll see you at Urgent Care. We can trade records. I got this underground album you've never heard before. It's called Welcome to the Black Parade. 10 songs into the Pink and Black abyss, and we encounter this octopus, the possible queen of the album, Susie Chapstick. She's still alive, by the way, the real woman. She's still alive. I think she was born in 1946. The best song so far, and yet again, Green Day go for the longing of What's Her Name. But this time it's wrapped up in the magic of 8th Avenue Serenade's sugary goodness. Forgiveness wins, always, in the idiot Trey vibes of the track. Wake up! Strange Days Are Here to Stay is the 11th track, an absolute best song I've heard in 2024. 2 weeks into the year, and I think I've already been ruined for music, for life. Loneliness, mad family, and just getting less than you want or need. Life really sucks, but this just might be the best song, the greatest song ever written, and thus the highlight of Saviors. Ever since Bowie died, it just hasn't been the same. The emotions are more varied on Saviors than you'd think on first listen. Anger, fun, love, mental crisis, politics, rock and roll. But there's one song that rolls all of that into a joint and smokes it musically. Living in the 20s will undermine your values by making you laugh after hearing about carnage in a grocery store because of a naughty thing that Billy does with a robot. Comes with batteries. Nothing comes with batteries. There's a lyrical callback to Coma City, which was the last stop where we got head injuries. So the head injuries just start coming again and Living in the 20s. If you need a dark chuckle, just try Living in the 20s. The 2020s, not the 1920s. PC people are out of their mind, man. And now for Father to a Son. Now I heard an interesting thing today from a fellow YouTuber. He thinks that this song is about Billy Joe's dad, instead of Billy Joe singing to his children. So now, I don't freaking know. I think it's from Billy Joe to his children. This song is Good Riddance and 21 Guns combined together. Not combined together, but those two songs had a baby. And it's a beautiful bouncing boy named this song. A rare Nimrod influence, and I can't believe it's taken Green Day so many years to do this, but we're finally getting a Good Riddance Part 2. A Good Riddance Part Dose. The Good Riddance Part Dose. The Good Son. There's a hyphen in there as well. Father to a Son, a really great track on the album, and if you have a child and you have Facebook, you must share this on Facebook for them. It is mandatory. Calling all saviors tonight. Make us all believers tonight. Calling all strangers tonight. Will somebody come to save us tonight? That just never gets old. The title freaking track. Oh, love vibes on the title track. That is insanity. Wow, amazing craziness. There's a muffled echo effect on the vocals and the verses, which is not ideal. But another way that Green Day are kind of changing things up just enough on this record, and a lyrical callback of saying the word bastard. If you were missing that old one-eyed guy. Bada bing, bada boom. Why the hell is the last song called Fancy Sauce? Why is it called Fancy Sauce? Why are these words so hard? Why are the words upside down now? They weren't upside down a while ago. Fancy Sauce. Unclear. We do not know why it's called Fancy Sauce. But this song, Fancy Sauce, it's got echoes of Dirty Rotten Bastards from Trey. It's got Loss of Control. It's got more trilogy vibes pouring over the simmering, nay, flaming Fancy Sauce. As the album Saviors, as it comes full circle, the confusion of what the hell am I seeing from the song American Idiot, that is the emotion behind Fancy Sauce. And I'm also hearing now there's some little lyrical nuggets from AFI, and this is hilarious. Sickle tendencies. You know what I'm saying? All they wanted was a Pepsi. Does Saviors revisit every era of Green Day? No. Is Saviors equal parts Dookie and American Idiot? Also, a big no. Sonically, it's built like American Idiot while possessing the personality traits of Uno, Trey, and on top of that, some sprinkles of Nimrod and 21st Century Breakdown. One molecule of 39 Smooth flows through the bloodstream of Fancy Sauce. I don't hear a note of Dookie in this mix, in this album. Although, I do feel that the spirit of Dookie, the spirit of that record, is bouncing around like a heartbeat within some of these songs. Ultimately, I hear something better on this 5 out of 5 album, and that is Green Day are still finding new ways to wow fans on their 14th outing as a band. And that is something that not many bands are able to accomplish. In the comment section, I challenge you to tell me any bands or artists that have 14 perfect albums. And the final piece of the Saviors puzzle for Green Day and for us is, does it live up to the hype? I said it was a 5 out of 5 album, and yes, it certainly lives up to the hype. It is just a gorgeous gem in the discography of Green Day. And I am now, after this video comes out, I'm going to be working on a brand new album ranking with this album included. And that is going to be really tough, really interesting. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the comment section, liking it and all that stuff. So, man, let's go listen to Saviors some more. Did you crawl into the sewers to download? Were you one of the people that downloaded this song, this One-Eyed Bastard, in the crate? Did you crawl into the sewer downloading 27 viruses to hear One-Eyed Bleep Word? I mean One-Eyed Bastard. I mean Fook Word. Forcing Green Day to release this as a quasi... Did you crawl into the sewers and download 27 viruses to hear One-Eyed Bleep Word? One-Eyed Bastard. Were you one of those people that forced Green Day to release this as a quasi-single? Shame on you. Shame on us. There's a wall of tattooed guitars and jangling keys and an instant classic chant. Bada bing, bada boom. 1981 is the 10 songs. Does Savior's in the comments, I challenge you to tell me of any bands or artists that have 14 albums.